Lee County Area Technology Center received a KVAC grant for its welding program. The purpose of the grant was to see if students exposed during their secondary pathway training to advanced career opportunities would translate into higher wages in their career. The focus of this grant will be based around pipe welding. Once receiving the grant, the welding instructor did some research, and what we spent the money on, the funds were actually spent mostly on equipment and tools needed to perform the pipe welding. What this does is this makes this grant sustainable. So this will not be a one-year process due to the tools lasting for years and not spending the bulk of the money on consumables that would be used up after the first year. On this current slide, you will see an end mill, a beveling end mill. This was the most expensive tool. And then you'll also see some measurement gauges and some clamping tools that was needed to perform pipe welding. To add some validation to the program and to make it more worthwhile for the students as they exit a pathway, some of the funds were spent on an American Welding Society's national standard. What we purchased was a welding procedure for pipe welding, which means that our students can actually leave the program with a pipe certification at Lee County Area Technology Center. Now what you're seeing here is some pictures of the kids that's actually practicing their pipe welding skills inside the shop. We have several different kids, but what these will be, well, these will be our advanced kids that have already completed the basic pathway, more than likely already have a state certification for plate welding, but to make their senior year more valuable or an additional class and to reward their extra hard work, they actually will get to do or access to another certification. Here you actually so you got a couple of students pipe welding, you got other students working. Extremely costly process with the consumables being so high, so that a lot of times the students are working in teams as they are one welding and one observing. Here's actually student welds, some of the first students' welds completing their root pass on the pipe welding process. What you're seeing now is something that also makes this grant sustainable. Using the skills from the other programs, we were able to put in electrical outlets. We brought in clamps and stuff from other programs so that we didn't have to purchase the pipe welding clamps. And using an existing double booth, we're currently going to make a section of the shop that'll just be specifically for pipe welding. Now, again, this is something for students who are working over and above, possibly already have their state certifications as a junior or early in their senior year, to move over to the pipe welding to give our students an additional opportunity. It's my understanding, and as we did just a small amount of research, this will be the only secondary program in the state to actually offer a pipe certification to high school students. This was all due to the grant and great opportunity supplied by KVAC to help us with this opportunity for our kids.
Hi, I'm Lisa Ammerman, and I am the special ed teacher for Lee County Middle High School, and I have been working with Mr. Hill for quite a few years regarding collaborating with my special ed students. And during the time I've been working with Mr. Hill, he and I have collaborated on just so many different projects and activities, And with Mr. Hill, he makes my kids want to be over there. For my kids, especially with the welding program, it is a motivator for a real world career. I've had kids look at, throughout the years, I've had some kids go into welding where they are working at big plants. I have some of them that have stayed locally and have kind of had their own little business here in the county. And just through these projects that we've done, I get to see how my kids can apply these skills in real life and what a difference this program makes for my kids. And I really just can't say enough about the opportunities through this grant and learning how to take what this grant is doing it and applying it in a real life situation. And then just listening to the excitement that these kids have for this program. And it is something that has been a motivator. Like what I will tell my kids is give me your freshman year, because your freshman year is your hardest year because you have so many required classes. You only have the one elective. And I say, well, give me your second year. Let's pass all your classes your sophomore year. And I promise you in your sophomore year, I can get you 2 classes over at the vocational school. And they're like, okay. And then the next year I kind of bribe them again and go, all right, let me get you, this year I can get you 3 classes over at the vocational school. And they're getting excited because it's like, oh, 3 classes at the vocational school. And I was like, and if we can pass everything your junior year, your senior year, you can be over there for 5 classes a year. And that's when you see these kids really they're blossoming not only through just their content classes, but this vocational school class gives my kids confidence. They're really seeing something that they can make a living with. I really appreciate these opportunities my kids have had through this grant and how it's benefited them and kind of strengthened some of the things that they can see that they can do in life.
If you have any questions about this opportunity or the ins and out of the process or offering your students welding certification, pipe welding certification, you can contact Monty Hill, Lee County Area Welding Technology Center at the email listed below. Thank you.